Hello and welcome to the Verdant Stadium, home of Biggleswade United. We are live on YouTube, Twitch and Facebook. I am your commentator, Ryan Madden, giving you live coverage of Biggleswade United versus Dunstable Town, our third game in the Spartan South Midlands League. As Dunstable Town do come to town, and this is the Biggleswade United lineup. It is as follows. In goal, we have Ollie Leslie, who keeps his place after Saturday's win against Aylesbury Vale Dynamos. The back four with Ant Leslie, Mason Watkins Clark, Kate Stevens Abbey, and Joe Babbage at fullback. The midfield three is Jaden Irish, who captains the side tonight, alongside Connor Inskip and player coach Gaz Hunt. A front three of Jesus Mendoza on the left, Corey Houston up front, and the first start for Mackay Angle, who impressed coming on as a substitute on Saturday in Biggleswade United's first win of the season away at Aylesbury. This is the suspense: Josh Doniolo, Markel Cousins, Jordan Gerald, Jake Strong, the man who scored his first Biggleswade United goal on Saturday with that last-minute penalty away at Aylesbury, and as well as young Callum Elliott also on the bench. It's a strong bench for Biggleswade United, a strong team with lots of competition for places. The Dunstable team is as follows: number 1, Connor Coulson; number 2, Ethan Creedy; number 3, Dylan Baker; number 4, Joe Sellers-West; number 6, Alfie Osborne, who captains the side; number 7, Rowie Mills; number 8, Harry Bernard; number 9, Kelvin Azia Odu; number 10, Danny Webb; number 11, Tulu Ikanamanu; and number 17, Luke Williams. As Biggleswade United, they come up against a Dunstable Town side that were narrowly missed out on a promotion last season, finishing 3 points off Stockport, who of course won their playoff final and got promoted. But it's been a little bit different so far for Dunstable Town so far this season. They've the first 3 matches, they did beat Aylesbury Vale Dynamos at home by 2 goals to 0, but they're also on the back of back-to-back, losing 3-1 away in the FA Cup to also Midlands League side MK Irish in the FA Cup. And just Saturday, losing to 10-man St Pantilimon by 3 goals to 2. Player to watch out for is Danny Webb. He scored 3 goals in his last 3 games. The two, Biggleswade United and Dunstable Town, there was nothing to separate the two sides last season, with the match at the Verdant Stadium being 0-0 and the match away at Dunstable being 1-1. So surely something's got to give tonight, with both sides cancelled each other out very well last season. We'll see if we can find a winner tonight, as the captains are both on the centre circle here, with the referees Jaden Irish and Alfie Osborne. Whilst we await the start of this game, I'd like to give a big thank you to all of our sponsors here at Biggleswade United. We would like to thank Recycling Lines for being our men's first team sponsor, Verdant for being our new stadium rights sponsor, Axes for being our women's team sponsor, Spanish Football SL for being our general sponsor, JMB Motorsport for being our vets sponsor, Peaceful Living for being Gaz and Jordan's sponsor, and of course, we'd like to thank Keach Hospice Care for continuing to be our chosen charity. If you would like to sponsor any players, more information is on the club website and at Biggleswade UTD on Twitter. Also, before we start off, make sure you check out the Biggie Talks podcast on Spotify, as Dunstable Town get ready to kick us off here in their away blue strip. Biggleswade United in their brand spanking new red and blue home kits. Dunstable Town but to kick us off here at the Verdant Stadium. We might be getting a special guest appearance on commentary as well throughout the game from an old familiar face from the channel. The referee checks his watch and kicks off the game. We are live here in Biggleswade, a lovely summer's evening, which we haven't said that in quite a while here in the UK. But Gaz looking for the quick ball over the top to Mackay, and it was cleared out very quickly there by Ethan Creeley of Dunstable Town. As it's gone out of play here for a throw-in for Biggleswade United. Jesus Mendoza looking for a fast start here. You know how quick it can be. Biggleswade United. It's gone out of play. And it's actually gone out of play for a corner. Jesus wanted the corner. He's got themselves the corner in the opening 45 seconds of the contest. Biggleswade United have a corner. And we know just how good we can be from set pieces. We saw it away at Bury Town a couple of weeks ago. The last game I covered, of course. Nick was lucky enough to be covering the match on Saturday, covering our first win, of the season. So we look to get back-to-back wins tonight. Of course, very early stages in the season, but 3 points would be also valuable here tonight. Gaz Hunt with the short routine, and it's Joe Babbage, and he scored! It's exactly the same combination! And it's Gaz Hunt to Joe Babbage. We just called it on commentary. It's his second goal of the season, and it's the same combination again. It's the short corner routine from Gaz Hunt. Joe Babbage nipping through bottom left corner. And Biggleswade United once again with a perfect start. It's Biggleswade United 1, Dunstable Town 0. And it's exactly the same routine I called before the corner. That's quite incredible. They've got that on lock in the training ground. And that's a wonderful set-piece routine. And it is caught out 3 teams so far. It caught out Leighton Town in pre-season. The same combination, Gaz to Joe Babbage. It caught out Bury Town in the FA Cup 2 weeks ago. And tonight it's caught out Dunstable Town in the opening minute of the contest. Biggleswade United 1, Dunstable Town 0. Joe Golder season. What a perfect start that was from Biggleswade United. You couldn't ask for a much better start here in the opening minute of the contest. There was no goals between these two sides here at the home ground last season. And it's only taken around 65 seconds for an opening goal here tonight. Here. Jordan Wright commanding orders. He'd be so impressed with his team start. Some fans might not even got into the ground on time here. Quite incredible. Hawkins can't get the header away. That's good play. And now it's Gaz Hunt. Looks up, looking to find Jesus Mendoza. He can be such a nuisance. Now, Gaz Hunt, all over the top. He's looking for Ant Leslie. If he can control this down here, he's got the freedom on the right-hand side potentially. It's Leslie. That's Inskip. So, Gaz. Dunstable Town hardly touched the ball so far in this game. Lovely ball over top by Cade. He's looking to find Corey Wilson. Cuts inside. That's great from Corey. And it's 2-0 to Biggleswade United. And it's Corey Wilson. His first goal of the season. And Biggleswade United have started this game fantastically well. 4 minutes in. It's Biggleswade United 2. Dunstable Town 0. A fantastic ball over the top from K. Stevens Abbey. Corey Wilson, who has been knocking on the door since the start of the season. He got 6 goals at the trial in pre-season. That's his first goal properly now in the Biggleswade United colours, not including pre-season. And it was a fantastic finish by Corey Wilson. Biggleswade United 2, Dunstable Town 0. And we've not even played 4 minutes yet. Quite incredible. If you're late joining this stream, your eyes are not deceiving you. Biggleswade United are 2-0 up. In under 5 minutes here, a goal from Joe Babbage in the first in Biggleswade United colours for Corey Wilson. It's been an electric start to this game. Dunstable have barely touched the ball as they look to try and find a quick response here. Jesus. Brilliant defensive work there by Jesus Mendoza. They haven't had an attack yet, Dunstable. Jesus. That ball has gone out for a corner, and now Dunstable Town will get their first corner of the evening. We are still only 5 minutes in, so we shouldn't be calling this 3 points just yet. It is still a lot of football to be played, of course, but you can't ask for a much better start than what Biggleswade United have offered so far in this game. Dunstable Town here with a corner, punched away there by Ollie Leslie. And now the ball over the top. He's looking for Mackay Smith. Dan Watkins there. Joe Babbage equals goal scoring centre half. He does indeed, Dan. He does indeed. That's my second straight stream in a row that he scored as well. And that's brilliant defending at the back there by Kay Stevens Abbey, the man who assisted the goal for Corey Wilson. As Dunstable Town look to try and find a response here. I'm sure they definitely wouldn't have imagined being 2-0 down this early on in the game. But Biggleswade United now, it's about continuing this display so far. I was about to say open in 10 minutes. We're not even 10 minutes in, guys. It's 6.5 minutes played. It's got to be one of the best starts of a Biggleswade United game I've definitely covered so far. But like I keep saying, plenty of football still to play. But it's been a fantastic start here by Biggleswade United, putting the home fans, giving the home fans a bit of a show here today. It probably is worth mentioning that Biggleswade United did actually go 2-0 up away at Aylesbury on Saturday. That game was brought back to 2-2, and Biggleswade United ended up winning the game 3-2. So still don't count your chickens yet just yet as you're watching Biggleswade United fans. Because the game is certainly not over till it's over, but certainly enjoy it whilst it is right now. Biggleswade United 2, Dunstable Town 0. That's a free kick to Dunstable, and the game settled down a little bit now. Dunstable found themselves a little bit more on the ball one day. They certainly would have wanted a fast start, Biggleswade. They've certainly got it tonight up against Dunstable Town. Stephen Baker crosses in, headed away brilliantly well there by Joe Babbage, and Mackay Angle wins the free kick. Babbage looking for Mackay. He's got a bit too far for him, and it's into the gloves of Connor Coulson. Hawkins Clark. Lovely bit of composure there by Mace. Take it away. It's flicked on, and that's Danny Webb here. I mentioned he can be a threat. He's cut inside. Brilliant touch there by Ollie Leslie to deny Webb. It's still danger though, and it's in the back of the net. Dunstable will have a goal back, and Leslie couldn't quite clear it. And Dunstable will have a goal back inside 9 minutes. And Biggleswade United 2, Dunstable Town 1. We're on for a long game here. And he certainly wouldn't be happy with that one, Jordan, right there. It was a little bit sloppy in the end, but it is Biggleswade United 2, Dunstable Town 1 inside the first 10 minutes of the contest. Initially, it was fantastic play there by Leslie to get the touch on, and the ricochet is just a little bit unfortunate for Ollie, and tried his absolute best to clear it out, but he just couldn't quite keep his leg out there. It's over the top, Joe Babbage with the header. Mackay Angle, there isn't much in that. Guys home with the ball over top, looking to find Corey Wilson. It's cleared away. Advantage played by the referee. 10 minutes played. Biggleswade United 2, Dunstable Town 1 in what has been a breathtaking opening 10 minutes. Dunstable looking to find themselves an equaliser now. Biggleswade United want to try and keep their heads defensively. It's a good header away by Stevens Abbey. It isn't quite out yet though. In skip with a ricochet. Now Jaden Irish. Good play by Jaden. He looks up. There's to find Corey Wilson. Mackay's ahead of him as well if he can find him. It's Corey Wilson. Good, brilliant hold-up play by the number 9. Now it's Gaz Hunt. Out to Aunt Leslie. Gaz, instep. Mackay. It certainly looked like a free kick to me, but the referee says play on. He's not interested. Dunstable play on. And they're looking for the ball here. It's a fast counter-attack here by Dunstable. Cuts inside, headed away by Cade. It's still not out though. The ball goes for the shot, and it's sought by Ollie Leslie. The Joe Sellers West there with the chance, but Ollie comfortably saves it. It's thrown out quickly. It's a real fast-paced start to this match, as you can see. With only 11 minutes gone, we've had 3 goals already. Biggleswade United coming out the blocks, all guns blazing. But I have to say, since the second goal by Biggleswade, it's almost woken up Dunstable a little bit, and we've seen them play some decent stuff in the last 6 minutes or so. They've got themselves a goal back, and that's where we are right now. Biggleswade United 2, Dunstable Town 1. Yes, Babbage. That's a Mason Watkins Clark. Now back to Joe Babbage. Now Gaz. Jaden Irish. Connor Inskip. With Inskip again. Hand's got some work to do, and he's caught his man there, but the referee, I don't think he's seen it in all fairness. And definitely did catch him. No, I'm not going to be biased about it. He certainly did catch him there, but the referee certainly didn't see it. It's a 50-50 opportunity. And's obviously gone for the ball. He's missed the ball and he's got the man, but Dunstable would have got the advantage anyway because they've got the ball. But they continue to try and press the Biggleswade United. There's good shape here for Biggleswade United off the ball. Good press here. It looks like Mackay and Corey both up front here. Cade, good little touch there by Cade Stevens. Abbey did just about enough up against Kelvin. Caught his man there. That's going to be a... Oh, he hasn't. He hasn't caught his man. It was... I thought originally they gave a foul against Biggleswade. They didn't. They've given a foul in favour of Biggleswade. Jaden got the free kick, and it's a chance really for Biggleswade United to regroup because they've been under real lots of pressure in the last 5 minutes, particularly since Dunstable got themselves the goal back. 14 minutes played. Biggleswade United 2, Dunstable Town 1. K. Stevens Abbey. He's cleared away by the defender. It's a bit of a loose one. It's come back out to Watkins Clark. Lovely pass out to Anne Leslie here. He's got options too. It's Anne Leslie on this right-hand side. Gets the cross away. It's too high for Wilson. And Dunstable look to try and observe and clear the pressure now. And it's a good run here by the number 4. The cross coming in, looking to find Danny Webb. He's come all the way through the end there to Joe Babbage, who looks to clear his lines. Does clear his lines. And it's Jesus Mendoza. Gaz Hunt. Connor Inskip. Corey Wilson. Worth noting that Biggleswade United in their last game won 3-2, and Dunstable Town lost their last game 3-2. So they're not afraid to score goals and leak goals both sides, that's for sure. Corey's been caught there. He's not happy with the referee, but he carries on. It's definitely in some distress, though. It does look like the sort of one where you'd think he could be able to shake it off after a couple of minutes, hopefully. Now it's K. Stevens Abbey. With that ball over the top. Lovely ball to Jesus Mendoza. Ball to feet to Jesus Mendoza. Jesus, Jaden Irish. Good tackle there by Dunstable. They've got themselves a bit more into this game now, and they're certainly a little bit more into this contest than they were the first 5 minutes. Ball over the top, though. Finds Jesus Mendoza. Ball to feet. He's got Corey in the middle. Crosses a little bit too far off, but it's back out wide to Ant Leslie now. It's Leslie. Out to Inskip. Gets the cross in, looking to find Wilson. It's headed away, only as far as Gaz Hunt. Now Inskip. Back to Gaz. You know he's not afraid to shoot from distance. Mackay couldn't quite keep the 1-2 on there. And then the advantage there wasn't the counter-attack wasn't executed by Dunstable. Now referee's in Jaden's way now. There's lots going on in these first 16 minutes, I tell you. Of course, let us know where you're watching from as well. And make sure you stay followed to Biggers Wage United on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. That's a hit at the back post. Somehow, that has not hit the back of the net. That's quite incredible. What a cross that was. And it's Gaz Hunt who's down injured here. I think he was aiming to try and block the shot there, our player coach. The number 9 looked as though it was the easiest of finishes to go into the back of the net there, and that would have put Dunstable in level terms. But it's Kelvin Asaya Adu who's just couldn't quite get a connection, and it's ended up ricocheting across the edge of the goal, and it's not gone in the back of the net. So it's a bit of a sigh of relief for Biggers Wage United. And this little breaking play from Gaz might give Jordan a bit of time to talk to some of his players now. It's been a very interesting opening 18 minutes. Biggers Wage United, if you are just joining us, Gaz is down at the moment. It's been a breathless 18 minutes here that's been played at quite a pace. Biggers Wage United starting off with 2 goals inside the opening 4 minutes of the contest. Joe Babbage with a goal from Gaz Hunt's corner. A quickly corner taken routine, which we've already seen execute at Berry Town a couple of weeks ago. And then the second one was a ball over the top from K. Stevens Abbey, and a fantastic finish by Corey Wilson, opening his account in the Spartan South Midlands League. Dunstable Town then got a goal back 5 minutes later, and Leslie looking to try and clear it off the line and couldn't quite get enough power onto his foot there, onto the ball, to keep it from going in the back of the net. It was a bit of a sloppy goal in the end, but since then it's been still even breathless, and that's a miss there from the number 3. And now Ant Leslie looking for the cross in to find Wilson. It's cleared away. That just caught me off guard there. That's just the part pace of the game. And Inskip gets tackled, gets back on his feet, gets pushed, and it's a free kick. If the pace of this game can continue like this for 90 minutes, then full credit to both sets of players, because the level of this game is being played at is quite incredible. In the opening 18 minutes of this contest, it's almost like a Premier League game. I actually think that would be doing it an injustice. It's been that quick. Free kick now to Biggers Wage United as we enter the 20th minute of the game in what has been a breathless opening 20 minutes here at the Verdant Stadium. Biggers Wage United looking to try and get their 2-goal advantage back. Cross coming in, back post, Watkins Clark. Free kick goes against Mason, and it's going to be a free kick to Dunstable Town inside their own half, inside their own area, sorry. Watkins Clark. And that's a handball against Watkins Clark there. They want to take it quick, and Gaz isn't letting him. Dunstable Town won a yellow card against Southampton. I think he's going to have a word with his linesman. Gaz didn't want the free kick to be taken too quickly there. And it was a bit of a polite shove. I don't think there was really much ill intent inside the shove. The referee, Jaden Irish now, the captain, is going up to the referee. It's been that sort of game where it's been such a fast pace. Tensions are going to be high with the game such on the knife edge in the opening 20. Gaz, I think, is just trying to stay away as much as possible, and I don't really blame him in this instance. And the referee has given a free kick to Biggleswade United. I'm a little bit... Oh, it's a drop ball. It's a drop ball. Sorry, I do apologise. It's a drop ball. And now the referee is having a word with Jordan Wright and the manager of Dunstable Town. And we have seen at the very top of the game that managers are getting a yellow cards for the way they talk to the referees. And referees having a bit of a talking to the Dunstable manager. And now look at Jordan Wright. And very bizarrely, even I've got to admit, I'm very confused here because I thought Dunstable had the free kick originally. They've given a drop ball in favour of Biggleswade United. I'm kind of speechless after that. I'm not sure what to make of that there. I don't know if I've missed something there. But Biggleswade United nonetheless will play on. Unless there was an initial foul on Gaz, I might have missed. Ball over the top, looking for Corey Wilson. And that time the free kick does go in favour of Dunstable Town. Free kick now to to Dunstable Town. It's Warari Mills over this free kick. Headed away brilliantly by Kate Stevens Abbey. Now it's Jaden Irish. Mackay Angle on this right hand side. He started really well, the youngster. Jaden Irish. Connor Inskip. Gaz Hunt. And to Jaden Irish. Looking to try and find Corey. It's well defended. Now Inskip from distance. And that one goes wide of the post. But it's a good left foot there from Connor. And that's out of play for a goal kick. Sorry, United have kept that high pressure going in the last 10 minutes. It's settled down a little bit since the first 10, where we did see 3 goals, 2 for Biggleswade and 1 for Dunstable. It's a little bit settled since then, but the game almost feels like it's on a knife edge, as it is, with the scoreline being only 1 goal between both sides. Damage to clearance. Kept it in, Dunstable, but it's only as far as Mason Watkins' car. That's a good ricochet there from Jesus. And Jaden's definitely been caught, and that's a free kick, Biggleswade. And it's the 2 captains that collided there. Jaden Irish tackled by Alfie Osborne, who's getting talking to here by the referee. And it looks like Alfie Osborne will be the first player in the book. Yeah, just confirmation. Alfie Osborne gets a yellow card for Dunstable Town, so he'll have to be careful now. Watkins go up with the free kick, headed up by Inskip. Without getting those second balls, it's come straight on to Jaden, who's managed to hit hold of the ball, but only as far as the Dunstable Town player. Now Gaz wins it back in midfield. Goes down, free kick. Played it quickly. And Leslie. Good little bow here. Got back to Inskip. Good play there by Leslie. Now putting her in Skip, looking to find Jesus. Lovely ball put to Jesus Mendoza. It's Jesus. Looking to find Corey. It's headed away only as far once again to Jesus Mendoza, who overran it slightly there. And he's frustrated with himself there. That's going to be... He's giving him a yellow card for that. That's a little bit... He's got to be careful there, Jesus. But if anything, he's frustrated with himself there for not being able to keep the ball in play. He's not lashed out at anyone there. So let's hope the referee doesn't go too card happy now. But Jesus Mendoza confirmation gets itself in the book now. Jesus. It gets it back defensively. Lovely ball to Corey Wilson. He's onside as well. Jaden Irish. Jaden. That's a Mackay angle. And Leslie. So Kay Stevens Abbey. To Mason. Trade. Leslie. The calmness about United's play at the moment. Jaden Irish. And to Corey Wilson. This is the county amount of passes we've seen in this attack so far now. It's Jaden Irish still going because we're United. Back to Jaden. Watkins Clark. Joe Babbage. Watkins Clark. Jaden Irish. He wants the ball, and Leslie. He's going to get the ball from Jaden Irish. That's a lovely ball to Anne Leslie. He's under a little bit of pressure, though, here. And that's a throw-in to Dunstable Town, I think that's come off a Dunstable Town player there. But Linesman disagrees. It's a throw-in, but didn't come to much there for Biggles Wave. But some good passing dynamics there. And they're confident on the ball, passing it out off the back. It's taken some time to get used to, but certainly see what Gaz and Jordan have been trying to do with this team. They're confident on the ball. That's brilliant from Inskip. Now Corey Wheeler, that's a lovely little nutmeg. Jaden looking to try and keep it. It's out as far as Jesus. And the free kick goes, I think, in favour of Dunstable. Yeah, it has there. Jaden's just caught his man there. At Leslie. Gaz Hunt. Mason Watkins got to get himself on the line there. He's actually been caught out now. The ball's come back into danger. Joe Babbage got some defending to do. That's gone out of play. That's going to be a corner to Dunstable here. Corner here to Dunstable Town. Half an hour mark. It's punched away. There's a bit of a 50-50 there. Ollie Leslie stays down. And Ollie hasn't Ollie hasn't moved. Hopefully he's okay. Ollie's back up on his feet. Apologies there for any fan language you might have heard there. There with the goal kick. So, and Leslie away. This game's been maintained such intent in this first half. That's a great all over the top, and only headed away there by Ollie Leslie. He might have been better off catching that. The shot's come in, it's deflected, and it's in the back of the net. Dunstable have got themselves the equaliser that they've been chasing. There's a slight deflection in there. Gaz and Ollie aren't happy about it, but Dunstable Town have got themselves back on level terms. Exactly what happened on Saturday has happened again. Biggleswade United getting themselves a 2-goal lead, and now it's 2-2. Biggleswade United now have work to do there. I'm not quite sure who got the final touch there, but Nick's not quite sure who has got the goal there either. Number 10, Danny Webb, and that's his 4th goal of the season as well. It's 2-2 here at the Verdant Stadium. Now, the referee is having a word with Jordan Wright. And he's Jordan Wright's got himself in the book, the yellow card, and sometimes his mouth can get himself in trouble for his own good, and he's got himself a yellow card. Dale's not happy with the liner there. And obviously, I don't know what was said there at all, because on the completely other side of the pitch. But we have a level game here. I did mention that nothing was separated these two sides last season, and now we're half an hour in. Biggleswade United were 2 goals up inside 5 minutes. It's now 2-2 with half an hour gone, and Biggleswade United will have to do exactly what they did on Saturday and react to that by winning the game in the second half, which is exactly what they did. There wasn't much in that at all there. It was a free kick to Dunstable. It's about how Biggleswade United can respond now here. Watkins Clark. Inskip. And Leslie. High angle. Might have got a bit of lucky there on the flicker. It's cleared away by the 17. It's going to be a throw for Biggleswade United. There's still 10 minutes left. Ari, if we could just sort out the graphic change, please. Thank you. Throw in here for Biggleswade United. Throw cleared away by Dunstable. I have to say, did react really well to going 2 goals down, because Biggleswade United really did have their tails up. Since then, at the 2-1, it was quite an even contest, and little bit of luck in there for the equaliser, but sometimes that does happen. And Tracy's coming out now to get the ball back. Good on, Trace. There's a throw in here for Aunt Leslie. He's giving a throw in favour of Biggleswade United there. That's come off a Biggleswade United player, but it is a Biggleswade United throw. And to Jaden Irish. Response this from Biggleswade as they look to go and look to try and get themselves back in the lead in this contest. Leslie with a long throw. Cleared away. And what's his goal? In this English league, there's so many teams who are all very similar level to each other. I've said it for years. I was singing that today in Skip. And couldn't quite keep the ball down there, Wilson. It's now Jesus. Mendoza gets the cross in. It's only as far. Can't seem to win those second balls at the moment. There's a brilliant touch down there from Cade. Now it's Gaz. Gaz looks to find Joe Babbage. Now Jaden Irish. Jesus Mendoza. Gets the cross in. Looking to find Wilson. It's come all the way. Just past him there, past the defender and into the gloves of Connor Coulson. Throwing to Dunstable. And Dunstable here to apply the pressure. Goal kick, Biggleswade. Taken, but it's a loose one and flag goes up. That would have been a close call. I wasn't level with that play, but a good line though from Biggleswade United, and it is a free kick. Now Jaden Irish to Mason. And there's it. Play Stevens Abbey to Mason Watkins Clark. Find that ball to Jesus. It's headed away. That's good. It's far now. Jaden Irish looks up, looks to find Mackay. It's cleared away by the defence. They've certainly been much more switched on than they were in the opening 5. Corey Wilson, and for me, that's a 50-50. There isn't much in that at all. There's not much in that at all. But free kick to Dunstable nonetheless. Ball over the top. It's got the beating of Joe Babbage there, the number 11, Talu Karunu. But he's got the ball back and it's going to be a throw in for Biggleswade. Skip. Jaden Irish. Jesus. Looks up, looking to find Mackay angle. That's a lovely ball to Mackay on his right hand side. If he can keep this down and controlled, he's got options here, Mackay. 5 minutes before half time. It's Mackay angle. Low cross in. Couldn't quite find Corey. 5 minutes before half time now. Dunstable now look up to go up the other end. It's been that sort of game, a breathless end to end encounter. Brilliant defensive work there by Jesus. Gaz and Jesus both doubling up there. And then cleared away by Mason Watkins Clark, out of play for a throw-in. Gaz clears the block. Now out to Mackay Angle. If he can just about keep this on, he can. Been a good, very good half here by Mackay. I have to say, you have to be in good stead to try and keep out Markel Cousins out of the team. That's exactly what he's done today. He's got himself a spot ahead of Markel Cousins tonight, who is on the bench. Babbage looks to find Corey Wilson. And Corey, lovely little turn here by Corey Wilson. Goes past one defender. Couldn't get past the second one. It's now out to Gaz Hunt, who looks up. 3 minutes now left of the first 45. It's Biggleswade United 2, Dunstable Town 2. It must have been a thrilling opening half of football at the Verdant Stadium. Mackay. Brilliant pressing by Mackay. There wasn't much in that. There's not much in that. I think it's the momentum there for Mackay has led him into the defender that's mainly gone down. I think that's a poor decision there by the referee, but free kick nonetheless here for Dunstable Town. Goal kick comes straight through. Joe Babbage has done well. Now to K. Stevens Abbey. Gets the ball further forward. And Jesus, he's been far. That's a free kick to Biggleswade just past the halfway. Three minutes played. Biggleswade United with this free kick. Gaz Hunt. Lovely little dummy. Now to Inskip. Watkins Clark. Looking for that ball over top to Mackay. He's hit the back of his head. He might have got a bit of luck with that. It's Mackay Angle. Gets his team the throw. So into the final 90 seconds or so left of this half. It's Inskip. Oh, and Jeff went in between Irish and Mackay there. Goal kick. They want it to be taken. Quickly Dunstable with his goal kick. And Mason's got to connect onto this. He has well. Jaden, it's gone over. It's going to come straight through to Corey Wilson. Now Jaden Irish. He's gone down awkwardly. Holding his head as well. He's not the type of player to stay down as well, Jaden Irish. Jaden is not the type of player to stay down like this. It was a very awkward for him. The Biggleswade United captain. Hopefully this is not too serious. And you saw straight away the way that he went down did not look natural. Josh Thomas is going to have a look at him now. So the level of this game has just been so fast-paced for everybody. Jaden's back on his feet. He's going to look off the pitch for now. Looks like he'll be all right to carry on. We're into stoppage time in the first half. It might have been a breathless first half at the Verdant Stadium if you have just started to join us. Biggleswade United got themselves in a 2-goal lead in the opening 5 minutes of the contest. Dunstable have worked their way back into the game in this first half and got back on level terms after the half-an-hour mark and what has been a very end-to-end, fast-paced encounter here at the Verdant Stadium. And there's nothing to separate them going into half-time. Let's see with the kick. How about? Wonderful, got a little bit unlucky there for Dunstable, but Ant Leslie might be able to capitalise on it, and now Mackay will try to as well with his pace. There from K. Stevens Abbey. Now Joe Babbage. They're going to find Jesus. He's got the legs. Oh, the goalkeeper just about managed to use his calm and composure now. Just continuing with his press. Now it's back with Joe Babbage. Now Jaden Irish looks up. Looking to find Mackay. That ball's going to be way too far from my field. No, he isn't. He's kept it on. Incredible there by Mackay Angle. He's kept that in play. Now we're back with Jaden Irish. Looking up. It's cut inside. Goes for the cross. It's blocked. It's in skip. And Biggleswade get themselves back in the lead just before half-time. They're ending this half as stronger of the two sides. Babbage, loose ball, looking to find Wilson. It's now back with Dunstable. And now all of a sudden, it's Biggleswade United are backpedaling just before half-time. Session by Gaz, but it's not out yet. That's a loose one, and that might be the half. So throw in. We're into a couple minutes of this stoppage time. Well, you might have seen a couple of breaks in play, but the referee continuing to play the match. Free kick to Dunstable Town. Ball comes in, put it away. Mackay wants to win that second ball, and the desire he's done to win that. It's absolutely excellent. Gaz gets the ball away. Mackay looks to keep the ball here for Biggleswade. He's found Corey Wilson. We're still playing here at the Verdant Stadium. Do not go anywhere. It's Wilson. Jaden Irish has got Jesus free on the left-hand side if he can find him. It's Jesus Mendoza for Biggleswade United. Looking to use that pace. Gets the cross in. Looks to find Wilson. He's blocked by a defender. I think the goalkeeper might have been rooted, if not. Now it's Gaz Hunt. They're ending the half. Biggleswade how they started the half now. They've responded brilliantly to the equaliser. Referee checks his watch. And that is the half-time whistle and what has been a quite breathtaking half of football here at the Verdant Stadium, being played at such a fast pace. Biggleswade United with the perfect start to the contest. 3 minutes in, it was that combination again. Gaz Hunt, short free kick, corner routine, and Joe Babbage getting in there with his left foot, bottom left corner finish from Joe Babbage to make it 1-0. Corey Wilson opened his account in the Spartan Sub Midlands League. A ball over the top by K. Stevens Abbey, brought down in the box by Corey Wilson, who tucked home bottom left to make it 2-0. Dunstable Town swiftly did respond to that 6 minutes later with a goal. I'm not quite sure who got on the end of the first goal for Dunstable, but the second one, a little bit of luck in there themselves with a bit of a deflection in there. Danny Webber looked to have claimed it for his 4th goal of the season to make it 2-2. And both sides have had chances to get themselves on the score sheet for the 3rd time in this game. Do not go anywhere, because this game it's been absolutely breathtaking. Full credit to both sets of players because they're putting on an absolute spectacle here at the Verdant Stadium. Half-time, Biggleswade United 2, Dunstable Town 2. We want to thank all of our sponsors here at Biggleswade United. Verdant for being our ground sponsor. We would like to thank JMB Motorsport for being our vet sponsor. Axis for being our women's senior team sponsors. Recycling Lives for being our men's senior team sponsor. Spanish Football SL for being our general sponsor. JMB Motorsport for being our vet sponsor. Flawless Landscapes for being our men's reserve team sponsor. And a big, big thank you to our chosen charity, Keach Hospice Care, as well. And a big thank you to Peaceful Living for being Gaz and Jordan's sponsor. I'm going to take a break for 15 minutes because that was a breathless half of football. We'll be right back within the next 10 to 15 minutes for the start of the second half. Do not go anywhere.
I love Twitter. You put a tweet out and you never know what's going to happen. He walks on his own, and put a tweet on my account and on the club's account saying anybody wants to have the naming rights of our ground, of Biggleswade United ground. And Verdant Financial Planning answered straight away. Actually, it was Jimmy Munger, their managing director, who said, we have a relationship with Biggleswade already. We want to continue that, in fact, increase that, and that's what we've done. The relationship with them have grown since, but one of the things that has come out is that from now on, our ground will be called the Verdant Stadium. Sounds good, Verdant Stadium. And in there, you'll be able to watch the men's first team and the reserves, and of course the Reds and the Blues as well, the women's sides, the senior sides, and hopefully a lot of wins. And it will be a lot of wins because we get the likes of the supports of Verdant to actually help us grow. I cannot wait to hold the 6 directors and anybody else from Verdant at the ground. And in fact, any of you, I'll see you at the Verdant Stadium. Today, it's Biggleswade United Day. I'll tell you why. In fact, let me get somebody else to tell you.
So in print, your Biggleswade pictures, images are ready. So come through, you can have a look.
Let's go. Hello, everyone. Massive place.
I'm going to show you more about what's going on and everything and stuff like that.
So, that's the...
Yeah. That's how the wall.
Yeah.
I select the bone and then click on the meat. This is the quality.
Uh-huh.
Then the best quality. Fuel. Just the fuel.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. What now? You want me to cook it? No, we got it right. We got it right. Can I feel useful? Thank you. See, I'm helping now. Welcome to the changing room of the home team, Beagles are United. What do we think? What do we think?
Good, very good.
Oh, you're on twice. Let me see. Once. Twice. So are you, Tracy? Once. Twice. Now I thought the other mural could actually go somewhere that reminds the players that they are the club, but they're not just there on their own. Let me show you. There. He is also here.
Back out for the second half, both sets of players after what was a breathless opening 45 minutes here at the Verdant Stadium. We're hoping for more of the same in the second half for Biggleswade United perspective. They'll certainly want to try and keep more of the ball throughout the second half, because it was really a lax in concentration that really got Dunstable back in the game. And you've got to give credit to Dunstable where it's due. They reacted really well to going 2 goals down. And Biggleswade United, since the equaliser, actually looked like the better side again since it went back to 2-2. And they'll be looking to try and increase that intensity and really start this game how they started the second half, how they started the first half, really, with the 2 quick-fire goals in that first half. If there was ever such thing as scoring too early, it might have happened here tonight. But as mentioned, still another 45 minutes to play here at the Verdant Stadium. A lot of football to be played, but it's been a relatively... The first half in itself kind of felt like a game in 2 halves in one half of football, which you don't really see very often. Jordan will certainly be frustrated, as well as Gaz, for getting that 2-goal lead and losing it inside half an hour. But there's still 45 minutes left to make that right, of course, as well. Biggleswade United will be kicking us off. We get ready to start the second half. We're back underway at the Verdant Stadium. That ball's going quickly out of play, so apologies. For a throw-in. Ball's out to play. So throw-in this time for Biggleswade United. Dunstable clear. As far as Mason Watkins' card. Now Jaden Irish, Gaz Hunt. To try and keep those pass movements going. Now it's Gaz. That's Cade. Jaden Irish looks up, looks to find Jesus. It's a bit of a loose one, but it's cleared by the defender and it's out of play for a throw-in here in a decent position for Biggleswade United. Babbage in skip. And Gaz there is colliding into him. But that's the ball. Back through. That face for the goal kick taken quickly by Ollie Leslie. All over the top. That's in skip. He's caught his man there. Free kick. Need to try and get more of these second balls, definitely. Because the first couple of minutes of the second half, Dunstable Town, they just took a little bit more on it in the start of the second half. So very early on in this half, though. Good pressing here by Jaden, Biggleswade United captain. Oh, and Anne's missed it there. Sellers couldn't quite get to the ball, thankfully, from a Biggleswade United perspective. That's out of play for a throw-in. A little bit of a let-off there for Biggleswade. It's a loose one from Dunstable this time. It's a throw-in for Biggleswade. Neither side have really been able to take control of this game. Hence why the scoreline is 2-2, that's for sure. And you just feel whatever side can really assert their dominance the most in the second half will definitely win this game. Because whenever either side have been in front of goal, they've taken their chances. Now the referee is having a word with the Dunstable manager. Of course, we saw a yellow card for Biggleswade United's joint head coach, Jordan Wright, in the first half. And he hasn't booked him. Commuter at Beaver from here saying, why have you not booked him then, ref? You booked Jordan in the first half, and got a point there, to be honest. Throw in for Biggleswade. But even the Dunstable Town manager had a bit of a smile on his face as well, because he kind of thought he got away with it as well. It's Gaz Hunt to Babbage. Jesus. Oh, slightly heavy touch there by Jesus. But it's a heavy pass by Dunstable, and it's back with Biggleswade United. They know that if they can assert their dominance like they did the opening 5 for a more sustained period in this half, that's certainly a free kick. Very rash against Mackay Angle, who I've mentioned, the youngster, for his first start in a Biggleswade United shirt, has been great, but he's been absolutely clattered there. Biggleswade United certainly have options on the bench, just to remind you. Josh Sterniolo, Markel Cousins, Jordan Gerald, Drake Strong, and Callum Elliott all on the bench this evening. Of course, coming in. Takes away by the defender. Now it's Jaden Irish. Out to Jesus Mendoza. It's ricocheted. It's not going to outplay for a corner. It's cleared away by the defender. Watkins Clark keeps it with Biggleswade United. And now it's Ant Leslie. Out to Gaz Hunt. Jaden Irish. Irish looking for that ball over top to the Mackay Angle. Just too far for him, but good idea though from Jaden. Out of play for a throw in Dunstable just by their corner flag. Throw-in goes the way of Dunstable Town. Let's see with the goal kick, throwing it out quickly. Now back with Mason Watkins Clark. Joe Ballage. Hunt. All over the top. Finds Mackay. He's done well, Mackay. Still doing well, Mikhail. He's lost the ball, but he did really well to keep it for that long. And now Ant Leslie managed to get the ball back. Now it's going to have to play for a throw-in. That's Jaden Irish. And there's the cross in. Come all the way through. Jesus looks to nick this. Nearly got caught there, Jesus. It could have been a penalty. There's a collision there. Joe Babbage. He has put his arm on him. And it's a free kick just past the halfway. He's getting himself a yellow card. So ball loose. Jaden Irish looks to get there. Lovely bit of turn of pace there from Jaden. Now it's in Skip, looking to open up the ball now. Gaz was almost caught there, but referee says play on. It's free up here if they can get this right. He's definitely put his arm around him. That's a free kick against Mason Watkins Clark. And so United, got to be careful. It's not the first time in this second half that they've done that sort of challenge. And we just saw Joe Babbage get a yellow card for the same thing on this side. Because United in danger in the second half of the game, going away from them. They haven't been behind in this game as of yet. No yellow card for Mason Watkins Clark. It's a free kick here for Dunstable. A dangerous position here. Free kick for Dunstable. Danny Webb looks to have walked away from it. Not quite sure who's over this for Dunstable. It's gone over the wall, over the bar. Goal kick. 57 minutes played. Biggleswade United 2. Dunstable Town 2. If you're just joining us here on the Biggleswade United YouTube channel. Biggleswade United with a perfect start to this game with 2 goals inside 5 minutes, courtesy of Joe Babbage and Corey Wilson, his first for the club. But Dunstable Town pegged United back within the next 25 minutes or so to make the game 2-2, and that's where we have been ever since. The game on the knife edge, still an end-to-end game here, in the opening 10 of the second half. We do not want to go anywhere, because this is where it's at here tonight. Spartan South Midlands League, Biggleswade United versus Dunstable Town. That's a good over-the-top through ball now for Dunstable. They look to try and get themselves in the lead for the first time, and fantastic save by Ollie Leslie. And my word, the Biggleswade United need him there. The number 11, Talu Ikalawaminu. Apologies if I butchered the name there. I might just call him Talu. Cuts inside there on his left foot, and Ollie Leslie with fingertips onto it gets the ball out of play for a corner for Dunstable. Crosses in, headed away by Watkins Clark. That's Mackay. Couldn't quite get the ball, but Jesus has. Jesus Mendoza. The ball over the top, looking to find Corey. It's away for the defender. And it looks like Dunstable will be the first team to make the substitution in the second half. And it is their number 9, Kelvin Asaya Adu, coming off. Carl Faulkner coming on in his place. I feel one of the players that could come in and make a difference for Biggleswade United would certainly be Markel Cousins. That ball's come back off, and it's going to be a throw in now to Dunstable Town. It's Gaz Hunt. That's Cade out to Ant Leslie. Brilliant play by Ant Leslie. Gets past 3. It's Ant Leslie for Biggleswade United. Looks to find Mackay Angle, and he's been clattered again. That's certainly a free kick. Surely a yellow card as well for giving the ball away, for kicking the ball away. It is a swift yellow card, and Mackay has really been in the war second half, and it looks like Markel Cousins might be ready to come on. Mackay has put in such a shift in the opening hour mark, but my word, it's not Mackay coming off, it's Jesus Mendoza coming off. Jesus Mendoza comes off for Markel Cousins. Looking to be the match winner with half an hour to play. Now, this is a very interesting front through Mackay, Kel, and Corey. Free kick here for Biggleswade United. I think it's Jaden. No, sorry, is it Gaz over this free kick? I'm just trying to work this out. No, it's Jaden. Sorry. Jaden Irish over this free kick. Cross coming in. Oh, it's missed everybody in the end. Corey's landed a bit awkwardly. The defender has as well. Corey looks to be okay. He's back on his feet. He's okay. Babbage heads away. That's Gaz Hunt. Oh, bit of luck there. Mackay Angle can take advantage. And it's Mackay Angle on his right-hand side for Biggleswade United with the low cross. Blocked by the defender. Corner. And it's that sort of mistake that could really be the difference between these two sides. And Biggleswade United now with the corner. Gaz over it. Are we going to see Joe Babbage get his second goal of the game? I called the first time this happened. 2 minutes in. I'm sure they would have done their homework now, Dunstable, after the first 2 minutes of the contest. But Joe Babbage is lurking outside of the box now. We saw what he could do in the opening minute of this contest. Will they try it again? They are going to try it again, but this time it's Markel Cousins on the ball. Out to Jaden Irish. Now Gaz Hunt. With the cross, it's not cleared away. It is now for Dunstable. It's bounced over. And now Anne Leslie has some work to do up against Danny Webb. He's doing a good job up against him as well. Stood him up very well. Oh, that's a fantastic pass there from Danny Webb. Flicking that away. That's a goal kick. Goal kick now for Biggleswade United. 63 minutes played. Still we're at Desmond. Biggleswade United 2. Dunstable Town 2. Mackay couldn't quite keep that in play. It was a loose one there from Cade. this game, you just have to feel like Biggleswade United, they just got to try and keep the ball a little bit more. I was speaking to Ian Balaguer, our club chairman, at half time. He said exactly the same thing. We've got to try and keep the ball a bit more in the second half. There feels too many loose balls in that first half. We're coming up to the end of the first half, and that's really what got Dunstable Town back in the game. I'm not quite sure what this breaking play is about here. Gaz is talking to the referee, and the referee has given Gaz a yellow card there. I'm not sure what he's given the yellow card for. I've got to be honest with you. So apologies for that. He was doing his shoelaces up. The referee told him to stop the game, and then he's giving him a yellow card for doing up his shoelaces. Very bizarre. Very bizarre. It's Wilson. Lovely little touchdown here to Jaden Irish. Markel Cousins now on this right-hand side with fresh legs, might I add. Markel Cousins. Gets the cross away. Got to win them second balls now. It's Gaz. Loose one by Gaz. Mason needs to get this. He's up against two, potentially. It's headed away. Of course it is from Mason Watkins-Clark. Game's not been played at quite the pace as it was the first half, but it's been quite incredible with that pace, but they've been able to keep up from both sets of teams. Now the 11 goes for another shot. It's blocked by Watkins-Clark again, and it's out of play for a corner. We need to try and get Corey Wilson more in this game as well, going forward. Cross coming in. It's come all the way back to the back post. It's back into a dangerous area. And Jaden let it go for Ollie. That's the experience there of those two, knowing exactly where each other are going to be. And Ollie kicks it out quickly. Corey's going to press the goalkeeper now. Oh, brilliant by Mason Watkins-Clark. Does not miss a header, that boy, I tell you. Absolutely brilliant. And now Biggleswade United with another substitution. It's Gaz Hunt who comes off on a yellow card. It's smart. And it's Josh Sterniolo coming on. And this could be exactly the sort of game for Josh Sterniolo in midfield. Again, it's fresh legs in the middle of the park. It's a smart move from Gaz and Jordan, for sure. Well, Jordan obviously on the sidelines. Gaz coming off for Josh Sterniolo. Another good performance by our player coach. And Josh Sterniolo will have the energy in the midfield that Biggleswade United's arguably in the last 10 minutes might have been lacking. Still other options as well, one of them being Jake Strong, the match winner on Saturday, in what was a 3-2 victory. This game's still out of Desmond, though. 2-2. For how long? Now it's out with Markel Cousins. Josh Sterniolo. Babbage. Sterniolo. Fouled, free kick. And the way this game was going, that's certainly a free kick. He's been given those sort of fouls the whole evening. Certainly, it might not seem like a little bit of a soft one, but it's the sort of challenges that the referee has been given tonight as free kicks. So I called it straight away to a free kick there for Biggleswade United. Jaden Irish over it. 67 minutes played. Biggleswade United look to get themselves back in front. Jaden with the cross in. It's come all the way to the back post, but no one on the end of it again there. And it's a goal kick. It's a good ball by Jaden. There's just no one that could really take the risk there right to the back post. So, Skip looking to find it to Mackay Angle. That ball's going to go out of play, and the defender's going to let it go out of play. Well, he isn't actually. He's back to the goalkeeper very quickly. It's brilliant by Skip. Fouled. They're going to play the advantage though. It's Sterniolo. Oh, and they haven't used that advantage to good use now. Josh Sterniolo. It's a poor pass by Josh. And that's a loose one from Dunstable, with both teams have not been able to keep this ball at all in this second half. It's now Ant Leslie. Josh Sterniolo. Not back with Josh. Lovely bit of skill there by Josh, and now it's Mackay Angle. It's Mackay Angle. Lovely little dummy. It's Wilson! It's a goal! Biggles United are back! A score sheet once again from Fred Free. Oh, combining there. We've got to give all credit to Josh Sterniolo. Lovely bit of skill. Mackay Angle with the cross. The dummy for Markel Cousins. And the finish from Corey Wilson, who's got his first 2 goals in Biggleswade United colours. And Corey Wilson has introduced himself tonight as Biggleswade's new number 9. It's Biggleswade United 3, Dunstable Town 2. That 20 minutes to play as well. And I tell you what, the finish, there wasn't exactly that much power on the finish from Corey there. It was almost like that ball was going in slow motion as it went on the back of the net, and the goalkeeper just couldn't quite get his arm onto it. And I was did say they've got to get Corey more into the game. That was a lovely bit of unselfishness there from Kel, who knew exactly where Corey was as well. And Corey there, who's been fantastic in these opening 3 games. I mentioned excellent in pre-season as a trialist for United, and now it all seems to be coming together for him tonight. With his first 2 goals in Biggleswade United colours. It's Biggleswade United 3, Dunstable Town 2. And now Dunstable will look to try and respond. We still have 20 minutes left to play. It's coming in. Mason Watkins start with the header. Clear away. No damage. Just Sterniolo. Oh, it's a loose one from the defenders. Made a mistake. Corey, who's on a hat trick. Oh, he's rushed at it there. Corey. He took his time there. Potentially, that could have been more of an effort there. But Corey's seen the goalkeeper off his line. And he's rushed it a bit too late. And now Mason Watkins-Clark is down, which is always a real concern for Biggleswade United. A man who really gives it all out there in a Biggleswade United shirt. But he's a player who's been riddled with injuries over the last 18 months or so. And he stayed down here. And this is never a good sign when Mason is down. Because Mason at his best could be unstoppable for Biggleswade United. But the only thing that lets him down is his injury record at times, and it feels such a shame for him. Hopefully this is not too serious for Mason. But the substitution certainly made a difference there. Josh Sterniolo in the midfield making the difference. Marco Cousins contributing as well to that winner with the little dummy on after Corey Wilson. And Mackay Angle, I have to say, has to be a shout out for me. If you're not going to give it to Corey for the 2 goals, Mackay Angle's got to be in for the man of the match, I would have said. But obviously, I'm not the man who decides the man of the match. That's that's Nick who announces the player of the match. Whether it's going to be Tracy that does it tonight, I'm not quite sure. Normally, it is Tracy that decides the man of the match, and Nick announces it. Sorry, but Mason is walking off at his own accord. It looks like he'll be all right to continue, which is fantastic news if you're a Biggleswade United supporter watching this. There's still 17 minutes left to play. Biggleswade United have got to keep their cool here. This game is still very much on a knife edge. Cross coming in. It's going free at the back post. It's not very, so it's in. It's the number 19 that scored it. I mentioned this game is on a knife edge, and they've got themselves a goal. It's the substitute Cole Faulkner. A fantastic finish on the half volley, and this crazy game of football continues. It's Biggleswade United 3, Dunstable Town 3, 17 minutes left to play. And now, Biggleswade United making the substitute, Jake Strong, the match winner on Saturday. Mackay Angle coming off of what has been an outstanding performance by the young lad here tonight. Mackay Angle coming off for Jake Strong. The match winner on Saturday in injury time. Biggleswade United 3, Dunstable Town 3. Anything you could do, I can do better, is what this game has been between Biggleswade United and Dunstable Town. Good press in there from Corey. Certainly not. That's not a free kick, surely. Dunstable Town, who have yet to be in the lead for this entirety of this match, still are very much in with a chance of winning this game. Mason Watkins is back down. This doesn't look good. He stayed down this time, Mason. Cade now gets the yellow card. It looks like JJ will be coming on for Mason now. This does not look good for Mason Watkins Clark, who I mentioned his injury record is something always of a concern for Biggleswade United. Must we wait for what we're going to do here? Mason, and I'm not sure if he can get up on his own accord. He's certainly going to try. He has. He's walking off the pitch. Looks like JJ will be coming on. And a reminder, and hopefully Watkins Clark, that's not too serious, to thank all of our sponsors. We'd like to thank our new stadium naming rights sponsor, Verdant, for being our new ground sponsor, and of course it's now known as the Verdant Stadium. We'd also like to thank Recycling Alliance for being our men's senior team sponsor, Axie for being our women's senior team sponsor, Spanish Football SL for being our general sponsor, KMB Motorsport for being our vets team sponsor, Flawless Dance Kids for being our reserve team sponsor, and big thank you to our chosen charity, Teach Hospice Care, as well as Peaceful Living for being Kaz and Jordan's sponsor, as this free kick is about to be taken. Just about put all that in on time there. 14 minutes left to play. 13, sorry. It's been taken short. JJ hasn't been cleared though, and Colvin nearly had another chance there, and that's our play for a goal kick. Biggleswade United have always had that DNA of never say die. Can they find a fourth goal in this contest? Skip. Well, he's commanded that, and he's got it. Staniolo. In skip. Free kick. Biggleswade. And there's another yellow card. I've actually lost count of the amount of yellow cards he's given in this game, this referee. Still around 12 minutes to play. JJ with that left foot. Looking to find Jake Sponge out wide. Because Red United win the throw. Pass halfway. Because Red United as well. Still unbeaten in the Spartan South England League as well. Forgot to mention that. 4 points in their opening 2 games. Stoniolo out wide to Markel Cousins in acres of space. It's Markel Cousins. Takes a touch. Takes a shot. What a finish, Markel Cousins! Fantastic finish. Bottom left corner from Markel Cousins, who gets his first goal of the season. He was benched today. He's clearly a superstar. And Biggleswade United, for the first time in this contest, are back in front. Biggleswade United 4, Dunstable Town 3, a Markel Cousins stunner. What is left in this game? Still 10 minutes to play. Markel Cousins. And I believe he just did the celebration that him and Nick do as well. That's absolutely fantastic. What is left in this match? A 7-goal thriller at the Verdant Stadium. Biggleswade United 4, Dunstable Town 3, but still work to do from United. Cleared by Babbage. Now Corey can chase. What a finish that was from Markel Cousins. The angle looks so tight for him to get that ball in the back of the net. And he's just taken the touch. And he's almost known it's in the back of the net before he's even hit it. Incredible. The video highlights on this on YouTube are going to be a delight, I'll tell you that. So watch out for them on the YouTube channel. It's still not over though. Dunstable are not giving up. Cross coming in. Headed away by Babbage. Jaden Irish. I mentioned that nothing could separate these two over 180 minutes of football last season with 2 draws. Markel Cousins says clear it anywhere, and that's exactly what he's done. 10 to play. Biggleswade United 4, Dunstable Town 3. I hope you're all following at home, because it certainly hasn't disappointed. I said in my preview, we're hoping that this game's going to be a cracker. I didn't expect it to be this good. But now it's about discipline for United in the final 10. They've got to try and keep hold of this lead that they've lost already twice in this contest. They were 2-0 up. Dunstable put them back to 2-2. They went 3-2 up. Dunstable put them back to 3-3. That ball over the top, and now the goalkeeper's got a bit of a decided thing to do now. It's bounced awkwardly, and now Jake Sponge, as United look to try and pick off them on the counter-attack. Jaden Norris, that's a lovely pass to Josh Stoniolo. Can they finish the game off now? It's Stoniolo to Jake Sponge to Wilson. Oh, he just can't put through onto it. That would have been his hat-trick. Got fantastic counter-attacking football there from United as they look to try and close out this game. Babbage. I'm so glad I'm not picking a player of the match tonight. Now, Tracy has got some hard work tonight, I tell you. Jaden Irish. Josh Stoniolo. Babbage. Cracker, Dan. You've missed an absolute corker up in the commentary box here tonight, my friend, I tell you. And Leslie. The number 11 has gone down for Dunstable Town. Tolu. I'm not sure if Dunstable know that, though, because they haven't.
Substitution Dunstable Town, replacing number 17, 20, Sam Scott.
Sam Smith. So throwing now for Biggleswade United, who have used, I'm pretty certain they have used all of their, Callum Elliott is still on the bench for Biggleswade United as well. He's the only substitute that has not been used yet. Throwing for Biggleswade United. We also will be filming a very special podcast for Biggie Talks with Talk of the Town's Andy, who hosts the Dunstable podcast. But hang on a minute, Corey Wilson out to Markel. Can he finish it off for United? Oh, he's done it again! It's Markel again! Left-footed! And United make it 5! Biggleswade United 5! Dunstable Town 3, and it's the left foot on the dancing feet of Markel Cousins again. It's 2 for him. It's 5 for United. They went 2 in front inside 5 minutes. They're now 2 ahead with 5 to go. What an incredible game of football. Biggleswade United 5, Dunstable Town 3. There'll certainly be added time probably as well for the celebrations. But Markel Cousins, I mentioned, hadn't got a goal in the Spartan South Midlands League yet tonight this season. He was dropped. He was on the bench. I mean, dropped is probably not the right word or terminology to use these days, but rested, dropped, whatever you want to call it. He wasn't starting the starting 11 today, and I'm sure they would have wanted to come on and put a point to prove. 2 fantastic finishes on his left foot from Markel Cousins outside the box. The goalkeeper, no chance for either of them. Sometimes you need to be rested or dropped to really want to try and light that fire in yourself. And Markel Cousins tonight has certainly done that. 2 for him, 2 for Corey. 1 for Joe Babbage that got us started in this crazy game of football. And it's 5-3. But Dunstable do not want to give up here. They go for a shot. Well saved by Ollie Leslie and cleared by United. Must also mention Ollie has made some fantastic saves as well in this contest as well. Dan Watkins says, Markel Cousins, it's just what he does. That left foot has been absolutely dynamite tonight. Crossing home comes in. It's a goal kick. Dunstable won a corner. It is a goal kick. And before I didn't have a chance to mention it, but we will be recording a very special podcast with Andy from Talk of the Town podcast, Talk of the Town, who is a Dunstable Town-based podcast, and it was also the motivation that me and Nick had after listening to their own podcast, Talk of the Town. We're going to be speaking to Andy as well after the game, and we'll be releasing a new podcast out very soon with Andy. We will be reviewing tonight's game, and my word, we've got a lot to talk about. Guillaume Balaguer says, you have to come to the Verdant Stadium to see great football. Absolutely, Guillaume. Absolutely. It's been absolutely electric football. And they're just starting to click to place now as United look to be on the cusp of back-to-back wins. They got their first win on Saturday. They're looking to make it back-to-back wins, still unbeaten as well, to 2 wins and a draw as it stands anyway. We've got 3 minutes, plus any potential stoppage time left to play. And the way this game has gone, I don't want to say it's 3 points yet because it's just been one of them crazy games of football. Patry says, what a game. It certainly has. It's been an absolute pleasure being here at the Verdant Stadium to cover this one. Oh, that's a clearance, but it's come back off the number 4. And it's out of play for a goal kick. And I'm sure Ollie will take his time with this one. And if you haven't seen any of the goals, the 2 from Markel were certainly worth it as he wigs off at me from the gantry there. Wings down, sorry, not up. You knew what I meant. Anyway, they're back on the attack now is Dunstable, Danny Webb. That's a corner to Dunstable. So I mentioned Tracy will have a hard time going to play the match tonight, I tell you. Everyone's made an impact. Even Jake Sponge with that cross into Markel, quick defended away, and that's out of play for a goal kick. They're seeing out this one because way by the looks of it. We're back here at home at the Verdant Stadium this Saturday. 3 o'clock kickoff home to London Lions. Want to see as many of you here at the Verdant Stadium as possible. Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. The Women's Reds are also in action for their first home match of their new league campaign. On Sunday, that's a 2 o'clock kickoff. Chris Tanfield says you just can't beat Tuesday night non-league football. I couldn't agree more, Chris. I could not agree more. And now the referee has stopped play. Is he giving a foul throw? I think so, yeah. Dunstable have got themselves the throw back. Cleared away. JJ with the clearance. Anywhere will do. Anywhere will do. We're nearly in stoppage time, and Markel Cousins with fresh legs. There wasn't much in that at all. There really was not much in that. Markel is fuming, and he's got every right to be. He's the number 7 to 6 there for Dunstable. Dunstable look to continue their attack now. Brilliant header away by Babbage. Not quite taken away by Irish, but it's now back with Babbage. We are entering stoppage time of this game. We're not quite sure on how many minutes will be added. There's been plenty of goals in this one. 4 in both. Difference, of course, being the Biggleswade United got themselves 3 in this second half. Dunstable only the 1. It was 2-2 at half time. United were 2-0 up inside 5 minutes. Dunstable pulled it back 2-2 within half an hour. The highlights will be available soon. They will be busy this week, Beto says. Absolutely, yeah. Check out on our YouTube channel sometime this week. We'll have VO HD highlights of the game, and you might be able to catch my commentary on it as well. Yeah, absolutely. They're going to be busy this week, that's for sure. And 11, there's Dunstable still getting up the pitch now. Goes for the finish, and that's out for 6 by Danny Webb. And with 2 to go, we're in injury time. That will suit Biggleswade United down to the ground, unless it's hit somebody's car in the car park, which we don't wish on anybody, of course. It looks like I might be speaking to a very happy Jordan Wright after this game. And whoever the announcement is for player of the match, there's certainly a few candidates in there. Markel Cousins certainly could well be one of them. He's won Biggleswade United this contest with his substitute appearance. It just seems like the night where maybe everything's falling into place here for Biggleswade United. We saw it Saturday, their first win of the season, and now this is Biggleswade United's first home win of the season, and what has been an absolute cracker. They, of course, wish all the best to Mason Watkins Clark as well. Both Corey and Kel are on a hat-trick too. It's Josh looking to find Corey Wilson. He's kept it in play, and that's a corner, exactly where United will want it to, by the corner flag. We're 3 minutes into stoppage time now. Oh, I've just been informed by Connor Inskip talking to Jordan Wright that I believe we have another 10 minutes left of football to play. So do not go anywhere. Because if I've just heard that correctly, there's still another 10 minutes of stoppage time left to play. In what has been a fair few stoppages, of course, Mason Watkins-Clark was off injured as well. But we've still got a good 10 to play. So do not go anywhere if you were thinking of going anywhere, because this game is still very much in the balance. I just heard Connor Inskip say to our head coach, Jordan Wright, there's still 10 minutes left to play. Now, I'm just going off what I've heard on the pitch there. We might have a little bit less than that, but he's adding on time as well, the referee. So do not go anywhere. This game is still very much in the balance. Don't you worry about that. United will look to continue to see out this game. Staniolo. Jaden Irish might even have more goals in this. Ellen Hunt, who has travelled 90 minutes to be there, has chosen today's man of the match. And it's number 2, Ant Leslie. Very good choice. Ant Leslie is our player of the match. We'll be speaking to Anthony Leslie after this game. He's had a terrific performance at our new right back tonight. And thank you for communicating that to me. Oh, what a touch by Jake Strong. And he's given a free kick against Jake Strong now. Joe Babbage. JJ, it's not quite clear though. Brilliant by Cade Stevens-Abbey, as cool as you like from Cade. Free kick now to Dunstable Town. Just gone down here. Referee not having any sympathy for him. Referees, there's been a lot of stoppages in this game. We're into 7 of those added minutes already, and I'm not entirely sure how long we've got left here. JJ, brilliant by JJ. He's been excellent since coming. All the substitutes putting in a shift. Jaden Irish. He realises there's no one to his left. He has to go it alone. Up against 2. Elegantly done there by Jaden Irish, our captain. Now wide to Ant Leslie. Now Jake Strong, sorry. It's a loose one. He could come to Kale. Past the goalkeeper. Oh, he's missed. Oh, I was about to call hat-trick Markel Cousins. It's somehow come off a defender. And it's out of play for a corner. Markel Cousins nearly with a second half hat-trick. But somehow, some way, that ball has not gone in the back of the net. I was about to call it. Markel was ready and was about to run off in celebration. But alas, no goal.
Great idea.
Into the final third. That's what they did. It's out play for a goal kick. Lovely there by Jake Strong. Let's get some step. And Leslie, who has been nominated our player of the match tonight, clears it away. Babbage, Michael Cousins. Kel wins it again. Jaden Irish. Brilliant by JJ. Putting his body on the line there by Jordan Gerald. They're still out. They're still in danger. Ollie! And it's surely a foul on the goalkeeper. Surely a foul on the goalkeeper. It is free kick. We've played 10 minutes of injury time here. It might have been many stoppages. I don't even know what the time is at this point. Christian Colles says, what? Yeah, I know, Christian. I don't know if that was about the collision on Ollie there or the scoreline. Either way, it's been quite an incredible game of football here at the Verdant Stadium. Turn off the lights. Ollie goes straight out of play for a goal kick, for a throw-in, sorry. There's been collision there. Referee says no. We're still playing here at the Verdant Stadium. I think I said 10 minutes added around 8 minutes ago, so maybe there's 2 minutes left, but we've had a couple of stoppages in place since then, and it's going to be a free kick here for Dunstable Town. This game is still very much in the balance, and this second half, the last 10 minutes have felt like an eternity since Markel put that in the back of the net to make it 5-3. United still with the 2-goal advantage. Free kick taken, crossed in, headed. It's not away yet. Free kick because we're United, and surely that's got to be one of the last plays of the half. We've played 10 minutes of stoppage time already, coming up to the 11th. So I'd like to think this has got to be one of the last plays of the half. Someone just shouted ref is quarter to 11, which I found quite funny. It's not quite quarter to 11 here. JJ clears away. So throw-in, still playing somehow at the Verdant Stadium. Cross coming in, it's come all the way through and it's out of play. And that is the full-time whistle, finally, after an hour and 42 minutes. Biggleswade United have won it. And Leslie. So that is confirmation. And Leslie is the player of the match and what has been an quite breathless game of football. Let's go through it very quickly. Biggleswade United got themselves 2 goals up inside 5 minutes. That felt like an eternity ago because it was. 2-0 inside 5 minutes. Dunstable Town pegged us back to 2-2 within half an hour. And Biggleswade United in the second half put it back to 3-2, with Corey getting his second of the contest. And then Markel Cousins also came on in between there. Dunstable Town got themselves a goal back to make it 3-3. And then it was the Markel Cousins show in the last 20 minutes, with him scoring 2 outrageous strikes outside the box with his left foot to win his team the game. Came on as a substitute today for the first time this season. He didn't start, but he came on and he's won his team the game in what has been a 8-goal thriller here at the Verdant Stadium. It's finished. Biggleswade United 5, Dunstable Town 3. An incredible game of football. Thank you everyone for tuning into this stream for what has been a fantastic game of football. And Biggleswade United now back-to-back wins. They won on the road. They won for the first time on Saturday this season. 3-2 winner against Aylesbury. They did it the hard way. They've done that again today with a 5-3 win at home to Dunstable. Back-to-back wins, and we're back at home on Saturday. 3 o'clock kickoff. Biggleswade United against London Lions. Hope to see as many of you there as possible. Biggleswade United versus London Lions. Our women's Reds will be back at home for their first home game of the season as well. That's a Sunday 2 o'clock kickoff. Hope to see as many of you there as possible as well. We'll have a post-match from our player of the match and Leslie, and a reaction we believe is going to be from Jordan Wright after that breathless game of football. And before we go, a big thank you to all of our sponsors here at Biggleswade United. We would like to thank Recycling Lives for being our men's first team sponsor, Verdant for being our new stadium sponsor, Axie for being our women's team sponsors for both the Reds and the Blues. We'd like to thank Flawless Landscapes for being our men's reserve team sponsor. We'd also like to thank Peaceful Living for being our sponsor for Gaz and Jordan, as well as Spanish Football SL for being our general sponsor. That's going to wrap it up for me. And also, finally, big thank you to Keith Hospice Care as well for being our chosen charity. That's going to wrap it up for me, Ryan Madden, your voice of Biggleswade United. Thank you all for listening, and make sure you stay followed to Biggleswade United on Twitter at Biggleswade UTD. Check out the podcast Biggie Talks on Spotify, and we'll see you very soon. Follow at Biggleswade UTD on Twitter for post-match reactions. And if you'd like to sponsor a player, contact biggleswadeunited@gmail.com. If there isn't any more motivation to sponsor a player after watching that game of football, I don't know what is. See you all very soon from your favourite club in Biggleswade, Biggleswade United.